Right, so here we are on the second part of my ACDF surgery journey. And yeah, I was just watching the first video, and I was so uh, gloomy in that video. I mean, I'm not as rigorous as I was back in my 20s, but yeah, maybe it's because it's my first time to video anything. But anyway, right. So I came to my country to do the surgery. My brother is a doctor, and he found another doctor who to do the surgery for me, and it was really fast. After that, we just had some tests, and then of course it was still COVID, and my parents cannot go in the hospital because they're more than 60 years old. And yeah, I remember I was just thinking to myself, okay, if this is the end for me, if I'm not gonna wake up from this, then I'll be okay, because I know that I have done everything in my power to be better. I will not go into all the things that I have done, all the many, not procedures, but all the things that I have tried to alleviate the pain, and still no results. So I, during that time, I was really thinking, this is it. If it doesn't work, then yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with anything. And so when they told me, oh, you're gonna go to the operating room, I didn't really feel anything. I'm a bit catatonic. I wasn't afraid. I wasn't anxious at all, because during that time I'm just like, yeah, just do the surgery. Whatever happens will happen. And yeah, the surgery took 6 hours, because they needed to get some bone to put between the bones. So I had one level only. Can you just imagine if it's 2 levels? So it's just C4 and C5, and then they removed the bone, a piece of bone from my hip. So I have a scar here, and then I have a scar here. I have 2 scars from that surgery. It took 6 hours. I think usually it would have taken a bit less, but since they took the bone from my hip and then put that bone and put it in between the bones so that it won't collapse, and then put the titanium plate in between so that the bones won't move, then yeah, it took 6 hours. And I have a longish scar, and I was thinking, if I've seen some videos and it's just a little bit, and I was thinking, why is it so long? Now it's short. I don't know if you can see it. It's around here. Yeah, it's that one. But in other people's videos, it's just a little bit. But my surgeon was was very happy about this, because he was saying, oh, I did a very good one. It's very clean, and the stitch is really, really good, and it's gonna heal well. And yeah, I'm very thankful for him, because the surgery was a success. And he said that you won't have any problems with that. It's very secure, and I made sure that everything is good. And he and my brother are friends, so I was like, yay, okay. And yeah, so after 3 days, I cannot stand up for 3 days, and yeah, I was bored to death. But I lived. And then after that, I went back home, and yeah, it was a very hard recovery for me. For some people, they had every every person is different. In some videos I've seen that they bounce back very easily, but for me, it was brutal. I can say that, at least. And I cannot lie down in the bed. I have to sit and sleep in a recliner. And my parents and my brother are saying that when I'm sleeping, I was breathing very heavily, and I didn't know this, but yeah. So the pain after the surgery, the pain started around here and my neck and shoulders, because I needed to put on the neck brace for a long time. I think like 3 weeks, 3 weeks at least. And in some videos, their doctors would say, "Oh, you don't need to have to put the neck brace after the surgery." For some videos, it's like me, 3 weeks. For some videos, it's a little bit less. But for me, yeah, you cannot move, and because you're tired, because you're not moving, you cannot do anything. Then yeah, you're still in pain. But yeah, slowly but surely it became better, and after 6 weeks, yeah, I came back to work. I remember it was tough. It was hell. The first few days, the first week, it was definitely hard. And yeah, so I came back and started to work, and it I'm relatively pain free, and I was so happy about it. And I started to exercise, because during that time, and still is, exercise is my passion. Exercising, I was doing lifting, and it's the thing that saved me, because after I exercise, I have this sense of fulfillment. I feel like I have achieved something during that day. The endorphins are running around all over my body. I feel happy, and I really wanted to not lose the gains that I've had in the past few years. So I wanted to go back to exercising. And so all hell broke loose, because I started to have pains again. And this time it's like a pain that would not stop. And I remember I was praying to God that, okay, I'm sorry, I pushed myself too hard. I shouldn't have done that. I didn't tell this to my parents, because it wouldn't be my doctor's fault. It would be my fault. And I remember I was crying, because I was like thinking, please don't let anything to be wrong with it. And I went to the hospital here and had an MRI here, just to make sure that everything was okay. And because I have the MRI after the surgery, to see, it wouldn't be the doctor's fault. It would be my fault. And if the surgery, if something happened inside, then it would have been my fault. And I was like berating myself of how stupid I am. So yeah. But anyway, I stopped exercising completely after that. I'm like, I don't care how I look. I don't care if I have to start all over again. Even if I have to lose all the muscles I have from going to the gym for a long time. But anyway, so I got better. And yes, so till now, I'm way better than before. I will still have flare-ups, and that happens when my posture is bad. I think because I have been dealing with this problem for so long that my muscles, the muscle memory remembers everything. And so even now, if I'm tired, then I feel my pain over here. I've been dealing with this for more than 10 years, and it's very hard to not to switch the body and not just have the pain like that, even with a successful surgery. And I've had friends who I met some friends here, and they also had the surgery. I didn't know before we started being friends. I only know after the surgery that they also had a surgery, and for them it was very drastic. Like they felt pain, and then they were numb. It's just a matter of months, and then they had a surgery. It's not like me. Mine was like a slow burn. And I was like thinking I would have wanted that, to have it very, very fast, and then have it done, and to deal with it and be done with it, than to had this kind of pain that wrecked my body, wrecked my soul. It wrecked me psychologically, but I'll talk about that in another video. And yeah, so sometimes I will have flare-ups, but I just need to rest and then check my posture, and always check if I have the forward head posture. And usually if I do that, and then if I put a hot compress on my neck and shoulders, then that'll be the end of it usually. So yeah, so that was a very long story, I think. Well, it was like a third of my life. So I hope you learned something from my experience, and let me know if you have any questions. Put them down below, and I'll try to answer them and try to learn something from what happened to me. Don't use your phones too much, and yeah, always try to maintain good posture. Yes, that's it. Anyway, bye for now. Thank you for listening.